Welcome to my channel. I will bring you the most interesting and captivating news updates. Songyun's silent devotion, kneeling in -8 degrees Celsius snow for 8 hours, and the story behind the 120,000 yuan donation. In a bitterly cold filming environment with temperatures plummeting to -8 degrees Celsius, Songyun knelt in the snow for 8 straight hours to portray Su Langxiang, the heroine of Lan Xiangrugu. Her knees turned purple from the cold, and her expression remained icily resolute throughout. No stunt double was used, no filters were applied, and no shortcuts were taken. With bruised knees and raw determination, Songyun breathed life into a woman who rose from a maid to the mistress of her household. And through that, she restored a long-lost dignity to historical costume dramas. Director Yuan later remarked, "She allowed two souls to live in the same body." His words perfectly captured her dual-role transformation into Su Langxiang and Songyun. The scene that changed everything. On that day, the filming site was brutally cold. Despite losing sensation in her legs, Songyun's eyes stayed razor-sharp. Her unwavering performance carved out the moment Su Langxiang was born, an ordinary woman who endured incredible hardship in her fight for a better life. Initially, I didn't expect much from what I assumed would be another sweet, romantic costume drama. After all, many such dramas are shallow, predictable love stories set in fictional dynasties. But Songyun's performance made me re-evaluate what it means to be a dedicated actor. One actor, two lives, a dangerous balancing act. Songyun played two vastly different women in the same narrative, Songyun and Su Langxiang. In a behind-the-scenes clip, a mere shift of her eyes transformed her from a tearful noble lady into a fierce and defiant maid. The change was internal, not the result of makeup or wardrobe. To prepare, studied Ming Dynasty etiquette months in advance. She consulted a hairstyling expert from the 1987 Dream of the Red Chamber drama about her bun. She repeatedly practiced her gait and carefully annotated the original novel Lan Xiangrugu with notes on every plot detail. Writer Tong Hua said, "She transformed the line Langxiang bowed her head to hide her hatred into a mocking smirk during a kiss scene. That's when the character truly came alive. But such conviction came at a cost. Between fire and blood, no stunts double, no excuses. The most dangerous scene involved escaping a blazing fire. Ordinarily, such scenes would be left to professional stunt doubles. But Songyun refused. Su Langxiang would never retreat at a critical moment, she insisted. She suffered burns and blisters on her arms but kept filming after basic treatment. The martial arts director recalled, "I wanted to cool cut, but the look in her eyes told me she could endure more. It made me think about a word that's rarely used today, dedication. In an industry dominated by popularity and online traffic, how many actors are still willing to suffer real pain for their roles?" Songyun's choice reflects a vanishing professional ethic, and it's something worth remembering. The 120,000 yuan secret, a symbolic gesture. After filming wrapped, surprised everyone by auctioning her costume as Su Langxiang, raising 120,000 yuan. Every cent was donated to an embroidery cooperative in Lishan, Guizhou, a mountainous region home to many underprivileged women. The number itself may not seem large, but the significance is profound. That a single costume fetched such a high price shows how deeply her portrayal resonated with audiences. More importantly, her donation mirrored the spirit of her character, empowering women who, like Su Langxiang, struggle to survive in difficult circumstances. Together with Tencent, she also launched the Langxiang Project, promising to donate a rural reading room for every 100 million views the drama receives. Rather than making flashy multi-million-dollar donations, took a grassroots, meaningful approach to charity. Silencing doubts with action. Controversy inevitably followed the drama's broadcast. Some fans of the original novel criticized the name change from Songyun to Su Langxiang, claiming it undermined the story's symbolism. Her Weibo was flooded with accusations and questions. Yet chose not to argue or explain. Instead, she posted a video. The first half showed her solemnly playing the guzheng, the second half, dressed in simple costume with hair ornaments, standing tall. The caption simply read, "Names can change, but character remains." Her performance gradually turned skepticism into admiration. Even fans of the original novel started reposting the video, captioned, "She portrayed a soul greater than any name." It reminded me of an old saying, "Let the horse prove itself by walking the path." No filters, no pretense, a face that breathes. What impressed me most were not the dramatic fire scenes or the elegant etiquette, but the sweat on Songyun's face. In today's costume dramas, female leads often appear flawless, skin smoothed by filters, features digitally enhanced. But Tan rejected the use of beauty filters. In close-ups, we saw her real skin, sweat, calluses, fine lines around her eyes. "This face still has traces of life," one viewer commented. "It wasn't perfect, but it was real." That realism has become increasingly rare in today's polished entertainment industry. During filming breaks, Tan Songyun learned embroidery from a Suzhou artisan and hand-stitched the drama's title, Lan Xiang Rugu, as a gift for the crew, another sign of her deep dedication. She also wrote a letter from Su Lengxiang to modern girls, urging, "Be gentle, but powerful. Don't fear the dark, your own light casts a strong shadow." Paired with Su Lengxiang's story, the message resonated deeply. Fans coined the term Lengxiang style. A delivery worker drew strength from Lengxiang's cold-eyed resilience, while a graduate student used Maid's counterattack as a motivational wallpaper. The hashtag has reached over 370 million views, reflecting how a fictional maid's courage inspired real-world determination. The drama's dub and score rose from 7.1 to 8.4, marking Tan's growth from youthful roles in The Best of Us to a mature dual heroine in Lan Xiang Rugu. But more than the numbers, what lingers is the image of her kneeling in -8 °C snow for 8 hours, choosing authenticity, pain, and truth over comfort. How did she silence her critics? Perhaps the answer lies in her eyes, and in that silent, snowy night where she gave everything for a role that will be remembered.